Don't turn it off now. You need this stuff. Tampa Bay's Tan Buck Radio Network.
Hey, Robin, do you like knocking boots?
Jim, do you mean Knocking Boots Saloon in Largo? I love knocking boots.
I love knocking back a couple beers and knocking boots and then knocking some balls around on their pool tables.
Knocking Boots Saloon has free pool every day till 7:30, or you can join the league.
Or get knocked silly at the comedy open mics, a special guest brought to you by Stand Up for live events every other Wednesday night.
Come and knock back a cocktail from their full liquor bar and enjoy some tasty snacks from their awesome food truck.
Knocking Boots Saloon, 201 Keene Road in Largo, Florida.
It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday night. I'm Mac James, stand-up comic, and it's time for Stand Up for News. Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday night again, nation, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Stand Up for News. I am a stand-up comedian, Mac James Esterline. This is my co-host here, Robin, Macho Woman Savage, stand-up comedian. Say hello.
Oh, greetings everyone out there in Radio Land. It is awesome to be here on this Thursday.
My other co-host is back in studio. The amazing, the hilarious, the up-and-coming. He's popping off. He's got a killer podcast. His name is Manny Avila. Say hello, stand-up comic Manny Avila.
Konnichiwa, Ohio.
Manny can now put a freestyle drum rapper on his.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Tell me about
At Dave & Buster's, Manny freestyle rap while my other bartender co-worker, Gia, played the drums. And she's like, I haven't played in 2 years, but she was pretty awesome. It was really cool.
And to be clear, I was wrapping gifts.
We had a mixed open mic at
Christmas
Dave &
gift
Buster's. The servers said they liked the music, so I said, let's try mixed open mic. Maybe we'll do a roast battle, but next Monday, you guys, I'll do a little plug action now. At Dave & Buster's in Brandon, we're going to do, Mother's Day is this Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to do Yo Mama's Day at Dave & Buster's Monday. Yo Mama's Day Monday. Yeah. And the best Yo Mama joke gets, and it has to be original, gets $150. No, sorry, that was the other competition. It gets a $50 cash prize, $50 cash.
Your mom's aren't worth $150.
And it has to be original. And if you tell a slew of your mama jokes, it has to be the last one you tell, so we know which one you want to submit.
Okay.
It's like, I'm submitting this one joke because your whole set can bomb, but if that one is the best your mama joke of the night, that one, there you go. It can just, you can tell a whole bunch of your mama jokes. My son likes to write them. He's been writing jokes since he was 11, trying to be like his dad, That's about when I started doing stand-up. You want to hear one of them?
Sure.
All right, Robin. Your mama is so fat that when Obi-Wan Kenobi saw her, he said, that's no moon, that's a space station. He's talking about the Death Star.
How dare you talk about my mother?
Not your mom. It's just in particular. All right. Well, he's got a slew of them. I'm going to use mostly his. Mine aren't as funny. All right. We do have a guest. Do you want to introduce him, Manny, or Robin? Who would like to introduce our guest? He is actually Stand Up for News family sponsors. We sponsor them. They sponsor us over there at his room. Ordinance 1, a stand-up comedian. Want to introduce him, Mom?
Stand-up comedian.
I'm almost like, I can't stop.
Stefano Capicano.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. That's why. Yeah. Stefano Capicano, welcome back, buddy.
I really thought it was cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Thank God I didn't do it.
Every time I give my name over at Starbucks, they're just like, sorry, sir, we need your name, not your order.
I just like call you Scuba. I like this. It's easier. Scuba.
Yes, sir.
Scuba's
Comedy Dive.
Scuba's Comedy Dive. And there you go.
Sir.
You brought some friends again. And when you've been on the show twice, you become family.
Yes.
So you are now, Matt, welcome back. You are now Stand Up for News correspondent, Matt, because you've been on the show twice. And we like you coming in. And then you brought your other friend, Garrett.
Garrett. What's up, guys?
Right. You got some Finnish last name. How do you say it again?
Sumala.
It's a Finnish.
Similar.
From Finland?
I believe it is.
Well, we finned our introduction of our guests. So we usually do plugs last, but I don't know if you got to get to a really cool mic tonight called Soggy Bottom Brewery up in Dunedin. It starts at 8.
I'm good to run the whole show, so let's go with your flow, man.
Who is the host tonight there? It's Jeff.
Jeff Ardell.
Jeff Ardell's the host.
Oh, Tom Wise is in there?
I don't know about Tom Wise, but Jeff's the host. He might be there, but Jeff's the host tonight.
Oh,
so that's a really
Tom's
fun
golfing
mic.
in like Rockland or something.
Gotcha.
Wow.
$10 for a beer and a pizza, a whole pizza there.
That's
A whole
I know, no,
12-inch pizza.
Yeah, whole pizza.
Pretty good deal. And you get one of the best mics. It's a monthly or sometimes bi-monthly which means that month has attraction towards the month of its own, which is sex, right? and other sexes, both.
It is.
So bi-monthly,
It's like open to the calendar.
bi-weekly, that's bi-weekly, right? Twice a month. It used to be twice a month, then it was once a month, I guess. It's really good, Mike. I love going there. Tom's awesome.
They have
The place
good
is
beer
great.
too. Yeah.
Great
They get really
selection
good
of
beer.
beers. So you're gonna go there and do a good set and kill it. I know you always do. So tell us what brings you back to Stand Up for News. Do you have news to stand up for as well as any other purpose? You have anything cool to plug?
I got my
own news
everything
going
but
on.
plugs first.
Yeah, man. This month, May 31st, we are running a comedy contest showdown here at Newport Richie in downtown Newport Richie, right across the street from Ordnance One, where we do a comedy show every Wednesday.
Sweet.
It's going to be at a historic Richie Suncoast Theater. I've actually, fun fact,
Sweet.
been doing shows there since I was a baby, not baby, but
What
like
day of the week is it?
it's gonna be Friday night, May
Friday
31st. I've been doing shows there. My parents are doing shows there. Pioneered this place forever, and it means a lot to me to finally bring a comedy aspect to this theater. They've been doing a couple of comedy shows at the start of this year, and before that, they were contracted with Side Splitters, but finally got my name out with Ordnance One, and
Nice.
they asked for us to do a showcase, and I was like, that's not Ordnance One style. We're going to do a competition if it's going to be at a theater and give it a little bit of spaz, a little bit of something. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Signed up right now. You know.
So I haven't announced the
okay.
contestants, but I would be willing to announce them over here.
How
on
do
Stand Up for
you how do you
News.
get tickets and how do you enter if you wanted to be in it? If let's say I wanted to jump in there.
So we hand selected the contestants this time around, and if you want to get tickets, you could go on Richie
Look at my
Suncoast
hands
Theater.
are pretty nice looking hands. What do you select my hands?
Yeah, no, we hand selected them. It's mostly comics that have been coming to Ordnance One, and have like a little bit of a local following, and it's just to kind of celebrate. our
We
area.
could pit your winner up against Dave and Buster's winner.
There you go.
Scott Bird won.
Heck yeah, I
You
think
want a really
David
cool-
Buster's winners should all compete in like a skee ball challenge.
Pickleball.
We're going to be doing a lot of cool things there at Dave and Buster's with their support of the community for stand-up comedy, you know, in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They, it's going to be great.
Yeah, do you guys want to hear the contestants? I got them a
If you
list
are
of
gonna,
them.
that's what I was going to say. If you're not going to tell us, then I was going to ask if that person was in the list.
We
Scott
do.
Bird, if he's in the list, that'd be great.
Scott Bird is not on the list,
Oh.
but somebody right here at this table is, and that would be
Oh.
Robin Savage.
Oh, hey, Savage.
Robin Savage.
Represent-
Let me
stand up
see
for
your
news.
hands, Mom.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Nice
So
hands.
it's going to be a lot of fun. We got 10 contestants, and unfortunately, we can't put every single comic on this, or it will be longer than a Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
we had a lot. We had about average 20 some at ours.
But we are
So
doing
went
a
3.5 hours.
Is it gonna be a regular thing or just a one-time thing?
Keep it
We'll see how
tight.
good we do. We've already gotten 70 tickets sold, and then VIP is completely sold out.
Oh,
So
nice, nice.
we've gotten to a number where we could kind of start filling it up, and that's 70 tickets and VIP sold out without me announcing any of the comics.
Oh shoot.
So that's the
nice.
70 people that I've marketed around, and that way this competition will be a little bit more fair. It's not going to be, oh, I bring this many people, I bring this many people, and that's why I won. I got 70 people that have no idea who's coming to this
Well,
contest.
who else is on the list? And how long is their sets? Just curious.
I actually got a few hosts, or not hosts, but special guests that you guys have. Kevin Holly's confirmed on the list.
Kevin Holly's I love that guy.
Mary Kay, who runs Don't Tell Comedy in Tampa. I find her hilarious. I want to put on. I didn't want to just put a clique of comics or the same type of comics. So I kind of just picked everybody that has a variety for every audience to like. I got Spanish comics, older comics, female comics, and just giving everybody a fair chance.
Being very woke there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We got
Biracial
black
comment.
guy.
Bi-monthly
We
comics.
got
Hello,
gay
dirty
guys, the lesbian chick.
We're gonna have a cash prize of I think $200 as of right now. We're still working on some sponsors, and then we're gonna also have some cash prizes where we're gonna honor dirtiest set, cleanest set, loudest joke of the night. So there's just a lot of ways to win some money and to have some fun. And who doesn't like getting on a historic theater stage and doing some
It's probably-
comedy compared to every night going up on the bars and stuff. And
Yeah.
we have a captive audience, and hopefully everything goes the way it should go. So
All right, well, include me on the next one.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My
What
hands
the
are
heck?
pretty good. So
I will be
He knows I
including.
work Fridays. That's why I bet.
I will be including a
I'm gonna-
stand up for news comic on every time we do it, since we're sponsors.
Okay.
So.
All right.
We
all
wanted
right.
to still
Make you
do
live
it.
up
We
to it.
switch hosts where you host one of our rooms and we'll host one of your rooms. But you can't make it on Mondays right now, right?
No, I work with my buddy Matt over there on Mondays. Matt goes to
Yeah.
acting school, so
Oh, really?
Matt, you're hogging up Stefano
You're gonna act?
on Mondays. What's going on?
When did,
actually-
when did you get the bug to act? The acting bug?
I wanted to be on the West Coast.
Oh, come on, man. Your own people, Stefano. Your own people. Yeah.
I understand that you would handpick some comics because someone suggested I did that at our room at Dave and Buster's, but we're talking about trying to build sales. So whoever wants to come and perform can and get on that list. Because the first list I did do a pre-set list, but I knew people would cancel. So it's not fair to people that wanted to be on the first one. You know what I mean? That had to go sign up for the second or third instead.
So what I've done to make everybody happy is I'm doing an after open mic show, so that
Oh,
if you
yeah.
aren't a comic and didn't make it on but still wanted to get some stage time, still want to check out the show, we're doing a dirty open mic. So it's a late night
Cool.
dirty open mic next to our Ordinance one where we always do it. And we got Anthony Rohn, who was just on here a couple weeks ago, and
Yep.
he's going to be featuring there for a dirty set. And so if you're into dirty comedy and whatnot, and if you're a comic that didn't make it on there, you come out and show out and maybe get selected for the next one. But
You have to be dirty to get on there. Don't take a shower for 2 days. Get
Yeah,
real
man.
nasty
Yeah.
before you get in there.
you know we love our homeless comics.
I'm there. I'm winning that
All
one.
right. Medicine man it up, you know.
Yeah, there you go, Medicine Man.
So Matt, when did you start acting? I'm curious. You're
I've been with my acting group for 2 years now.
Oh, nice.
We recently just did a Broadway play of the original Monty Python's Spamalot.
Oh, wow.
What part were you in?
I played the voice of God.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
you
That's
have a
great.
great voice, Matt.
That
I
was
was
a
just
very
going to
powerful
compliment it.
part.
So is that why you're always acting like you get along with Stefano?
Listen, I killed me.
That's great, man. What inspired you to start acting in the first place? Was someone telling you, "Hey, you want to try it," or did you always want to do it?
Well, the thing is, I have always wanted to start acting again. I've acted in school plays when I was little.
Oh,
Right.
nice,
wow.
nice, nice.
And
I
it also
would
helps
never
that
picture
Matt
that.
only dates movie stars, right, Matt?
Matt likes the starlets.
Garrett, what do you do, Garrett? Do you do acting too, or do you do some music?
No,
or anything?
I'm mostly into YouTube, modeling, puzzling,
Oh, yeah?
TV, sports, that kind of stuff.
Right on.
Fishing, too. Yeah.
Do you do like the Rubik's Cube? My son has a friend who
No.
does the Rubik's Cube on TikTok and he gets lots of money for
I
it.
would throw that out the window.
Garrett's from Massachusetts, man. He's actually going home this week, so we're out here
Yeah,
hanging
I'm
out.
going home
Oh,
pretty
man.
soon.
That's
To
good to have
stay,
you
or
here.
you're gonna just go
No,
visit and come back?
He's a snowbird.
I'm a snowboard
Oh, okay.
with my parents. We
Oh, yeah.
go there for 5 months and stay here for
You
the
guys
rest
are
of the
cheating.
year.
You can
Yeah.
Big time cheaters.
Catch
No
me up
winter.
there in the wintertime.
It's
That's
getting
for
awfully
show.
sticky. It's probably going to be nicer weather in Boston right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, what's the prize for the winner of your open mic or not open mic contest, but
The
your
comedy
your
contest.
comedy contest?
Right now we have a $200 cash prize, and like I said, I'm still working on sponsors and things. And what's really cool is you guys been at Ordinance One. You know, I collect all the money in a giant beer stein,
Mhm.
and so we got a trophy too that I actually invested my own money in. But it's gonna
Oh,
be it's
wow.
gonna be a large beer stein, and it's gonna say Ordinance One competition winner, and on the back it's gonna say Scuba's Comedy Dive, and something that you can put on. And then we're gonna take the cash and put it in there, and that's how you're gonna be awarded.
Oh, wow.
And we're also thinking about doing a judges pick too, and that way we can do a judges and audience. And my goal is to just make it fair. I'm so tired of going to these comedy competitions where it's just like, oh, he brings 6 friends, and
Yeah.
now all of a sudden I'm the funniest, and I'm putting in my accolades. No, you got to earn this one, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be really fun.
Isn't
Oh,
Johnny B? Johnny B's good?
Johnny B is our guest judge and feature. with 102.5 The Bone. So
Oh, nice.
yes.
Dang,
I
that's
love
good.
him. I finally got to catch his show while I was on there. Usually I don't because I'm at work when he's on. I hear replays. I love that channel. Yeah, well, I don't know if we're supposed to plug their station here, but I love Drew and John, Drew Garabo. Hey, buddy. The artist known as Christopher Wright, the Starlight Collector, the collector himself, is here. Welcome back.
Good to see you guys.
Christopher Wright, our music director here on Stand Up for News. Welcome.
Sorry, I was running a little late. I was hanging out with this kid. We were doing Rubik's Cube videos on TikTok. And I was just like, I got so proud of it.
Was that my son's friend?
Chris Wright
Wait,
is
his last
really
name was
good at
Savage.
Rubik's.
Wait, that was your kid? Oh.
His
Hey,
Rubik's game is
we do
Savage,
Rubik's Cube
Joe.
TikToks together.
So yeah, you do really good stuff with Rubik's cubes too, right?
Oh,
I've seen
absolutely.
you kill it with that.
I've got
So you know
several. I have a
Stefano.
collection of them.
We met Matthew over here. Matthew's in the blue,
Nice.
and then Garrett over here. This is Garrett. This is
Hi,
Chris
Garrett.
Wright, you guys,
Guys.
and he's our music director here. He's brought an instrument. I hope good, excellent.
Yes, I do have an
Oh, he's
instrument.
gonna play his music. I cannot wait. So, okay, the prize is a trophy and
Cash money.
His
It's
ass.
gonna be worth it. So
nice. We
Yes.
made it like a title belt that's being handmade by Derek Meyer
it's awesome.
because he's like a medalist forger.
Yeah.
So he's making the mold, he's pouring it, he's forging it, then he's going to put them all together for us. So it's
Oh,
going to be
that's awesome.
cheaper than buying a belt that's that quality of belt because there's some cheap ones you can get too handmade, you know.
Yeah.
We're going to do a trophy if we do. What do you think
Nice.
about roast battles is what I was going to ask you. How do you feel about roast battles?
So I've done one roast battle and it was a blast over there at Coastal Creative.
You hosted or were participating?
I was a participant, and it was a blast. I haven't hosted an actual roast battle. We've hosted like roast at we do a roast of Santa
Santa was
Claus.
fun.
Yeah, that you were involved in.
You think that
And we
was
just
funny?
did the
Yeah.
roast of Medicine Man too.
Yeah, how did that go? I wanted to
He
ask.
showed up, dude. I told everybody he was dead because he hasn't shown up to our bar in like 3
Dude,
weeks.
He happened to show up, or did he?
He
know
showed
through
up an
Facebook?
hour and a half late.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looked like he came out of the grave. It was amazing.
Man, I bet the whole place erupted when
You
he showed up.
said Medicine Man 3 times and he showed up. Medicine Man, oh man.
He felt
That
it.
guy really, he started talking trash to me once, and so I let him know how I really felt.
Was
Instead
he
of,
allowed
if I
in?
had feelings.
Was he allowed
Yeah,
in?
he
we
was
doing
allowed
it?
kept him
for his
inside
own
the
roast.
window until it was his turn to get on stage.
Just brought the mic outside.
Like, know your role. You can't come in just because it's your roast. Wait till you get your set. Yeah.
When Stand Up for News did Ordinance 1, we didn't have Medicine Man, but we had like a Michael
Oh,
Jackson
yeah.
guy. Does he come
Oh, yeah, we
around?
had the Michael
I
Jackson guy.
haven't seen him
right?
since, but if you're listening, bro, hit me up. I would love to have you at our competition.
Crazy.
Like intermediate dancing in between
Yeah.
sets would be amazing.
Wesley Snipes doing a Michael Jackson impersonation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's what's so magical about the Ordinance one, Mike. You just never know what is going
You
to show
never know
up.
what type of homeless person you have outside the window on any given
I've
night.
had to throw out people. I've had to. I mean, it's been insane.
It is a great mic.
Insane is right.
Sure.
So, without any further ado, the news, it needs to be stood up for because it cannot just stand up for its own self. It was born in a wheelchair, obviously, and it was born without legs. It's the news. So we stand up for the news here at Stand Up for News Radio on WTN. And Miss Robin, I'll let you start off with some news, some current news if you have any. And yeah, let's do it. Let's stand up for the news. Clap, clap.
Clap,
Clap,
clap.
clap. I got the clap.
Okay, so Ford recalls Broncos and Escapes due to safety concerns. The estate of O.J. Simpson is protesting this recall, saying that Bronco didn't help their dad escape.
Broncos and Escape. That's funny.
I think there's a new app on the market right now, and it's dedicated towards dog owners.
Oh, nice.
And instead of putting pictures of yourself on there, you just put a picture of your dog, and if you match up with another dog, then you go on a doggy date. And I heard the name of it is going to be called Doggy Style.
Is that a real thing? Oh man, that's funny. I don't want to say the B word, but there's a joke there. All right, so this week a baby was pulled off of a plane by the TSA for being a potential terrorist. The baby, who's being dubbed the diaper bomber, is now facing serious charges and up to 30 minutes in timeout. So, might
He
be
paid
in
the
trouble.
Fisher price.
Yeah.
So Stormy,
It's a crying shame.
he's our music director. You put it up there. So Stormy Daniels was on trial testifying today. They said everybody was just like peeing all over her statements and stuff, and they were just saying it was all nonsense. And then but she's not going to take it lying down, even though she's used to taking it lying down, I guess. Yeah. She's a liar on stage is what they're accusing of her. But since she's always lying anyway, call her that on her back. She's not gonna. Yeah. So when she took the stand, she said, "All right." You get it.
She had a mouthful to say.
She preferred to lie. Is what? Okay. Instead of stand. Okay. Stormy Daniels. What do you think? Anybody think she's telling the truths?
I haven't honestly been following it enough. I know like the story, but
Supposed to be about hush monies.
Hush monies,
Trump's like paid her to be quiet about.
There's hush monies.
funny
There's hush
stuff around
puppies. There's
behind his wife's back.
it's just
I don't think she's used to keeping her mouth closed. I don't know.
She better just swallow her pride. All right, well, go ahead, Mom.
4 flight attendants were arrested after getting caught smuggling drug money from New York to the Dominican Republic. The airline workers were taking advantage of using the TSA special security lane. A member of TSA said, "We're very offended that the employee line was used for this. It was meant for flight attendants to smuggle weapons, not drug money."
Obviously.
Stefano Capicato.
Well, in the news lately, Gen Z is trying to cancel the thumbs up emoji. Yeah, the thumbs up emoji. They're saying that in a work environment, it is hostile and passive aggressive. So now whenever you're texting one of your younger coworkers, make sure you just send them the middle finger emoji and make sure it's in every way.
Don't get that. Actually, no wonder my daughter keeps sending me that. I thought she was upset. I'm not sure. Going back to Stormy Daniels, actually during her testimony, it was said that she went through 8 glasses of water while she was testifying. Wow. And it's only because she did a lot of talking and she's not used to using her mouth so much without swallowing. So she had to.
Jeez, oh Pete. Yeah, man. Did you hear about they changed that story? They corrected it in the Bible. You heard of the Bible before?
They edited the Bible.
Yeah, they finally corrected it. The story about Cain and Abel. They corrected it. Did you hear about that? Yeah. Because after Cain got done with it, they had to change the name to Cain and Disabled.
Matt likes that joke.
He was God in recently.
Remember, he was like, my brother's keeper, All right, think about that.
That's funny.
All right, well, go ahead, Mom.
Haley and Justin Bieber have announced that they are expecting a child. Justin is reportedly very excited. He can't wait to teach the baby all the things that he likes to do, like singing, speeding in residential neighborhoods, and spitting on his fans over a balcony.
Oh, man. We're going to have more Biebers in this world?
Yeah.
Baby Biebers?
I heard P. Diddy's going to be the godfather.
Oh, man. Let's babysit right away. That's bad.
So in the cyber world, there's been their first criminal report. There, a woman in the cyber world, the metaverse, called the police because she was being assaulted by a group of men in the cyberverse. And she called the real life police, not the cyber police. And all they could find was a group chat filled with thumbs up emojis from 30-year-old men.
That's not right. Is there cyber police? That's funny.
I mean, couldn't she just kind of take her little thing off and just be in her house?
The real police was like, wait a minute, this is outside of your restriction. You got to call the cyber police,
I have to call the dream police.
Yeah. So you were safe at your house. Your door was locked, but you didn't like what you were seeing.
Let me see those headsets. Oh man, it is bad.
Dear God.
I don't use that word in here, remember?
For the first time. Oh, which word is it?
Heads. I can't say it.
A different type of
Vanilla Whites will get mad.
All right. For the first time ever, Cosmopolitan magazine is endorsing political candidates. Instead of elections, these candidates will have to take a relationship quiz to see which state they match with the most. I knew Robin. Like that.
Are you more of a Montana?
That's right. Florida. Just 'cause I was gonna make a joke about it being shaped like a penis, but
Okay. Well, Mother's Day is coming up, you guys. I was going to tell you a little story about my mom. One time, my mom, that's the bipolar, manic, depressive, schizophrenic one that abandoned me when I was 12. That one. Now my mom here that's in the station with us, Robin. She's our radio mom. She's our captain mom. Where's Captain Jim, by the way? He's on a date,
He's
you
with
said?
a mom.
he's abandoned us like he's abandoned his ship.
Yeah,
He's abandoned
we're
his
going
ship.
down without our captain.
Yeah.
It was a mutiny. So yeah, my mom one time she was visiting us here, and my kids were all little. They were all still like under 13. The youngest was like 2, and then we had 5 of them, you know. And now everybody's getting ready. It was around the holiday that she came to visit, a certain holiday, and then we took her out to eat, I guess. And everybody's getting ready, and my mom came out of the bathroom with a bunch of perfume on. It was out of control because I started sneezing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I sneezed the first time. My mom was like, "Oh, God bless you, James." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, Mom." And then I sneeze again a few seconds later. She's like, "Oh, God bless you, James." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." You know, yay. That's great. And then I sneeze again. You ever sneeze out of control like 20 times in a row? Everybody has, right?
Yeah.
So like the third time, "God bless you, James." I'm like, "All right, Mom, it's cool." And then it just kept happening till about, I was like getting like, hey, after 15 times. The 15th one is where I was like, "Mom, I don't think I can go any further to heaven. I think I'm like right next to sitting in God's right hand side. I gotta like sit right next to him at the kitchen table, at the dinner table now. You know, thanks. You got me VIPs with all these VIP sections for like passes for heaven now. No, enough with the God bless you, Mom." She's like, "Oh, you're my son, and I love you, and I don't know why you don't appreciate it. I just wanted to say God bless you." I'm like, it's not a big deal to stop saying it, you know. So then guess what happened? I sneeze again. She's like, "Oh God, oh that's right. You don't want me to say it." That thing again. I'm like, that took you more syllables and more energy and breath and oxygen to say than just saying "God bless you." Knock it off, you weirdo. And she's like, "I'm not a weirdo, I just blah blah blah." And I'm like, then I was like sneezing again while I'm trying to tell her to knock it off, quit arguing with me over it. And then I said the F word at her. She's like, "Don't swear at me, I'm your mom." I'm like, yeah, I said frig.
Whoa.
But no, I didn't say frig.
Like worse than frig.
Yeah, I said something else. And I wasn't at her, it was during a sentence. And then she wouldn't knock it off. And then she starts crying, right? Starts crying. And I'm like, "Get in the car, let's go. Everybody, get out of the house." And I'm yelling, "Get out of the house." And then they're all getting in the van. And I slam the door as for my mom, still crying. "Get in the van, quit crying, Mom.
This is getting
This is a bunch of loaded barnacles." Now I'm really swearing and mad because everybody's arguing with me about it. I slam the door. And then I turn around, there's the guy that lives next to me, the pastor. Is the pastor at the church next to me, Bob. He's just looking at me, shaking his head. I'm like, "Happy Mother's Day, Mom."
Did she send you a middle finger emoji?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Sounds like a beautiful memory.
It's pretty fun.
Indeed.
So yeah, happy Mother's Day, Mommy.
What restaurant did you go to? Was it Golden Corral? Or?
No, it was Cheddar's.
Oh,
She
Cheddar.
loved it.
Nice.
She quit crying on the way there. Her medicine kicked in. All right, well, the mom, you tell us a mom story.
A dead whale was on the
That's my mom. Tell me more about someone else's mom, not mine.
That was hilarious. What a mom story. A dead whale.
A dead whale was on the bow of a cruise ship in the port of Brooklyn, New York. Now, authorities are looking into an underwater fish mob as possible culprits. The whole mob had previously threatened, the whale had been previously threatened by the mob, telling them, "Be careful, you don't want to be sleeping with the humans."
It's like the mob from Shark Tales.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie, but
That's funny. That's a
Shout
good
out
one.
to my
Give her a
mom.
whistle, everybody.
No, shut up.
Good day,
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. She's been buying me video games that have been rated M for mature my entire life, thinking that it was M for mother. So I've been growing up with
Mother's approved.
Doom and Mortal Kombat and Grand Theft Auto, and
I'm
She's
a little
real one
hesitant.
for
I'm a
that.
little hesitant to say that your mom has been buying me video games as well.
I think MAD stands for Mature Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Mature people.
Your mom's rated E for everyone.
That's a good
by the
one.
way,
That was
you
a
gotta come to
good
your
one.
mama,
Whistle for
to
that
your
one.
mama show if you can, man.
I should come out.
Bring Matt to it. To your mama show. Oh, I told what's his name, Scott Patrick. His mama was so fat that she looks like she eats M&Ms with a tablespoon out of a cereal bowl.
That's so silly. I don't even like it. I used to love them all back in the day. Your mom's so fat, she takes a bath in the ocean. And all that stupid stuff for her. She uses
And all the water winds up on land.
First of all, eating M&Ms like that is genius, James.
I've never even considered that before. That's
I'm
awesome.
just like,
Your
why don't I just put these
Your
in
mom's so
bullets?
fat. Every time she turns around, it's her birthday. Remember that one? Back in the day.
Oh my God.
I want my $150 that you promised.
Your mom is so fat when she goes to Disneyland or whatever. Everybody climbs inside of her because they think she's the Epcot Center. A big giant ball. That's not even my joke. That's my kids wrote that. My son wrote that one. Lil JP, shout out.
Shout out to Lil JP.
Oh, Lil JP.
He's funny, dude.
Are you guys gonna fact check or like copyright check these Bama jokes at your competition?
No, I'm just asking you to write an original one.
AI
because
I'm just gonna get AI to write me. 13.
Yeah. That's funny.
I can't even say some of the ones he wrote.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe one of them's like, my mom is a tramp and she's like promiscuous. He said it's his mom, his mother. He's talking about to me about my mom. Oh no, his grandmother, right? I was like, don't talk about my grandma, dude. He's like, sorry, my grandma's so promiscuous. Not your mom. My grandma's so promiscuous that when before that he has intercourse with my mom, I guess he takes a bunch of Benadryl because he's been drilling my mom.
Oh my. Oh my.
Your son came up with that.
So don't talk about your grandma like that. Yeah, he did. He's crazy.
Your mom was so ugly, her portraits hang themselves.
Nice.
That's a dumb one.
Yeah, it was good. I like it.
Definitely brought it back.
Old school. There used to be a bunch of them back in the day. You know?
And Aaron Hernandez's daughter, that would be a your daddy joke.
Oh man.
He's not attractive.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Hung
Probably
himself
looks
though, so it's a little different, you know.
Well, Mom, you have more news? You'd like to get back to current news
Sure.
instead of your mama jokes here? Sorry.
Paul Ryan, former vice president candidate and P90X fitness model, announced that he will not be voting for Trump because character is too important to me. Those are his words. Just a reminder that Paul Ryan, when he was in office, he opposed poverty reductions, Medicaid, equal pay for women, and affordable health care. So yeah, he appreciates character, but as long as there's no poor characters.
Yeah, he didn't say good or bad character. He just said character.
They gotta have money. They can't be poor.
So the cicada outbreak is upon us, right? And we have the hybrid of the two cicadas, and I'm really just excited because finally I could go outside and scream with somebody. You know?
No one's gonna hear you.
I think now it's about that time where we usually do a segment for Captain Jim. Well, we're a little behind schedule with that, but we're not because he's not here. We usually do Where in the World is Captain Jim's Seaman.
Now it's Where in the World is Captain Jim. I know.
The guys, they're on his boat usually, but sometimes they wander around the earth and then we
In his
do a little
bedroom, in
quiz
his
about
socks.
it. But, so we're gonna skip forward then. We're going to skip forward to our music segment. And Christopher Wright, I'd like you to tell us where you've been this week and where you plan on being next week with your with your buddy Professor Jay.
Sure thing.
Play us a song real quick.
Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Also, can I point out my super cool socks that I brought with me? Yeah, it's totally Rick Scott from Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, this is on the radio, so I'll give a very accurate
That's
description.
what I want to describe.
They're
It's
purple with
definitely,
yellow
it's
skull.
definitely Rick Scott's likeness. So please don't sue if you're paying attention. But
They came with a pair of Paul Ryan socks also.
right. All right. So yeah, like James was saying earlier this week, we had a couple of really fantastic events. Steep Station was a really good one. Tiki Hut, we had a fantastic open mic and showcase at this weekend. Saturday night, we'll be up at Java Kava up in Largo. I believe Larry Frey is featuring with us. He's a fantastic musician. Seen him around at a couple of different mics. That's up on 66th Street in Largo and Ulmerton, if you want to check that out. Then this Sunday night for Mother's Day, we are going to be down at Steep Station, downtown St. Pete. That's on 22nd Street in First Avenue South. The Musicianist is going to be performing as our feature. He is an incredible musician, incredible guitarist, wonderful showman, like Satriani-esque, like guitarist, like really amazingly talented. I couldn't speak more highly of him. He puts on a fantastic show. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That's Professor J Events, PROPHESSOR, because we are cool. We are fresh. We are Professor Fresh.
Yeah.
So
That sounded very fresh of you, I gotta say.
right. So let's make sure we have a little volume here.
Now, is this, I see words written, is this an original, Chris?
This is, yes, this is an original song I'm going to do tonight. It's inspired by my band with We 3M is what we're called. It's Nick Avalone, Jared Thompson, Professor J himself, and me. Nick came up with these lyrics one day for a song. We decided to perform it out, so I figured we would do a nice little We 3M original for you.
I thought that was your suicide note for a second.
Well, it's right there in that little tiny bit, but don't worry, it's Kurt Cobain style. All right, so I don't know, Nick Avalone, if you happen to be listening, shout out to Nick for writing this. This is called When the Gloves Come Off. Here we go. This fight to me, now I'll end what you began. You're all about to see the strength in my two hands and my undying resolve. You started the problem, now I'm going to solve. I'll show you all when the gloves come off. So bring out the mats and the ropes and the lights. Bring out the crowd and bring on the fight. Show off the girls with their signs and their tights. Ring that bell. I'm gonna bring them hell. When the gloves come off. When the gloves come off. And they fall to the ground. So put up your dukes and lift up the shroud. I'll show you all and I'll make you proud. It's time to fight and it's time to get loud. Hear the roar of the crowd. Insist on your fight to bring. You can find me there in the ring. Take your chance and take a swing. If you insist on your fight to bring, you can find me there in the ring. Take your chance and take a swing. So put on your dukes and lift up the shroud. I'll show you all and I'll make me proud. It's time to fight and it's time to get loud. Hear the roar of the crowd. When the gloves come off. Now the gloves come off. Now the gloves come off. And they fall to the ground. Hey. Yeah. There you go.
Man.
There you go. That's a We 3M Original. You can look us up on Facebook. I think we might have an Instagram page, but we 3M, WE3M.
I gotta say, when that song started, my gloves were on.
The memory of OJ. Oh my God, the juice expired, you guys. I can't even believe it. Like,
Now, are you worried about getting sued by the 3M sticky note company?
you know, we have thought about that actually, and no, I don't think we're too worried about that. Thanks, James. But yeah, I mean, if anything happens, we'll work with it. But yeah, someone was like, oh, like the tape, and we're like, oh Christ, no, not no, yeah, like 3M, but no, it's we 3M. Come on, it's totally.
I'm sure if they hear that song, they'll back off.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to fight us. They're gonna fight Nick,
problems, you know?
They're like, wait a minute, their gloves are going to come off. We're not going to deal with
Sounds
that.
like a sticky situation.
We're ready to fight, guys. And like we're gonna come out swinging. Fight for our right to party. Thanks, James.
For what?
that little laugh. That
I love
was perfect.
You give it to me though. You make me go, huh? All right, that's friggin' great. So
that is friggin' great.
I was gonna say some weather. I am your weatherman, Mac James. James Esserline is the weatherman today, and I am not sure whether or not women understand. Like Robin, do you understand whether or not how hard it is to not get aroused during your annual weekly prostate exam? You have no clue.
No clue.
Weekly.
I don't even
Guess what,
understand
Mom?
annual and weekly.
Guess what? Yeah, I guess this weather doesn't matter because neither do I. And let's go with it. It's great. I don't know how.
Is it annual or weekly?
It's weekly.
Both.
Annually is weekly for me.
I think he meant anally weekly.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah. So yeah, go with that. And anybody else have weather?
I think weekly's a little too much, James. Not a doctor,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I personally don't know whether or not I should start getting my prostate checked now after hearing that story.
You'll see.
I got another news one.
Chris is over here thinking about, hey,
I'll give someone.
I know how to show that.
Things you can do with that
I
flute
know
for
what that's
100.
supposed to look like. I know it's supposed to feel like
It's
it.
got like an extender grip on it too. So.
Oh, yeah, well, that was somewhere
Christopher
it
doesn't
shouldn't have
know whether or not he should be the patient or the doctor.
been. If he's patient, he can be the doctor.
I think it depends
So
on whether or
be the
not
doctor
he takes off
first.
the gloves or not.
That's how it works, right? You take turns. I'll be the doctor first, and he can be patient enough to
Okay.
be the patient until then I'll let him be the
Pay me enough
doctor.
money, I'll take the gloves
Then
off.
I'll be patient.
Doing history or regular jokes?
Oh,
Oh, well, I said, does anybody else have weather? And no one else but Robin did.
I did my weather joke.
You did yours? Okay, want to do laughs from the past this week in history? Because we got to stand for the news from the past when we weren't alive to stand up for it. So fire away. Go ahead.
This day in history, May 9th, 2014, President Woodrow Wilson officially made it Mother's Day a holiday.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, sales for macaroni necklaces and refrigerator art quadrupled that
I need some fried
Crazy.
macaroni ASAP.
year.
This day in history, in 1855, the people thought that they found their first vampire, and it was just this poor bastard with tuberculosis. Can you imagine having tuberculosis symptoms and the gang of the community is pitching down your house, calling you a vampire?
I didn't know Medicine Man was around that. He was around at that time. You know?
So Rick Scott, he's technically like Blade, half vampire, right?
He's
His
kind of
mother was a human, his father was a vampire.
Half jerk.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Half jerk.
Rick
Yeah, I
Scott.
think that's what happened.
He
Yeah,
looks like Nosferatu, kind of.
Yeah.
Or
Voldemort.
Skeletor.
Right.
Skeletor for sure.
Like Skeletor.
Senator Skeletor.
Senator
Senator
Skeletor.
Hey, this is a dumb one in
Rick Scott.
history. But today in 1969, a reporter broke the news of a secret bombing in Cambodia, making it no longer a secret. There you go.
The secret's out, guys.
Secret's out.
Maybe that giant bombing noise teed it up too. I don't know.
The bomb might have breaking the silence. That's hilarious. Secret bombing.
It's like a silent bomb.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
I've secretly bombed and not so secretly bombed at open mics a lot.
Secret bomb. That's when no one's there to
Yeah.
not laugh.
I had bombed in the Walmart bathroom once during COVID because I was I was in the stall, and waiting for someone to sit down and pull their pants down and lock the door and everything. So they were already like committed to going to the bathroom. And in mid part of I goes, "Welcome to the Walmart comedy show here in the Walmart restroom, you guys. I am Mac James. I'm going to be telling you some great jokes. I'm your feature comic." And then I told them a joke, and then they didn't laugh.
Maybe they just had their mask on.
No, they didn't laugh, and they left without washing their hands. They got the heck out of there.
Someone walked in there like, "I love the smell
jokes.
of napalm."
I told them my tag after one of them, and they call back, and then they did not laugh one bit.
Oh, no.
Like, I didn't sign up for this. It was funny jokes, though. You've all laughed at them before.
Man was pooping.
Just exactly.
All right, we got any?
I've got 2 more regular jokes.
Regular? You mean current news?
Current news.
That you stood up for?
Me too. I got some
Regular jokes.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Mom.
yeah.
They're just regular.
There's a new COVID variant circulating the population. The scientists have nicknamed it Flirt. Says that it has some concerning features like higher spike proteins and it's persistent giggling with married men. Karens everywhere are writing a letter of protest to the CDC. I don't appreciate how COVID is giggling at my husband.
How can you flirt with a face mask on? That's not right. Let's see here.
The IRS has decided to not tax the $600 bill for Venmo, which is a very good relief for me. So now I don't have to explain to the IRS about all my transactions of tree emojis.
That's good. What do you mean by tree emojis?
Like Christmas trees, we understand stuff on it.
Are you paying for wood or? Let's see.
Do you guys?
Let's see.
I'm
sorry.
Go ahead, buddy.
An initiative has been proposed that would divide California into 6 separate states.
Oh, wow.
Yep, each state will have their own legislation and their own pronouns.
Actually, California probably would go for that.
Yeah,
They would
exactly.
be fine with that.
To get any more woke than Cali.
Where would California identify as?
I don't know.
I identify as New York. I don't want to be California. It's weird.
Did you take Manny's Cosmo quiz?
California match up with California.
I was going to tell you about the Fonzie. You guys know Fonzie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's had to go get help for his alcoholism. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he wound up having to sign up at AA. You guys know what Fonzie is?
Yeah.
All right. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Hey. Go ahead, Mom. Let's fire him out there.
The House quickly rejected Marjorie Taylor Greene's effort to remove Mike Johnson as the Speaker of the House. The vote was to keep him in position was 359 to 43.
Dang.
Yeah, Greene has a history of being aggressive to Johnson's and then quickly being rejected by them.
That's funny.
Fox News did a segment on the best states with the best dog breath. So if you guys are wondering who has the best dog breath, they said it was California and New York. But I'm pretty sure they didn't go door to door smelling any of the dogs in Compton.
Wow, good to see our news is up to hard work there. Yes, Let's say to fend off tourists, a town in Japan is building a big screen blocking the view of Mount Fuji. This is true. Experts say that the screen itself may not be sufficient to ward off tourists, so they'll be airing a marathon of John Travolta movies to really keep them away. To really keep them away.
That's crazy. Dude, today I was walking down the street, going to the gas station, going to Speedway, where my other mom works, Yeah. And remember we went there with Corey once. That was crazy.
Yeah, you did.
He was going to get in a fight. Yeah,
totally killed it.
I did kill it, but that one time we almost got in a fight.
That's true. Over a donut.
Over a donut. Well, it was actually a fritter.
Couldn't even be eaten.
He didn't read the thing.
It was about the principle of the donut, Chris.
But yeah, when I was walking down the Speedway today, I was walking down the street and this cat just like is sat there and like had her babies right there on the sidewalk. Yeah, and I yelled at the cat, man. I was like, "Hey, you can't put your litter there."
Littering in the
You like
street.
that, man? Garrett, right on, man.
Now, did that literally happen?
It did.
Sorry, that was a stretch. You're trying to force that one in there. You know?
Well, Mom, what do you think?
I think we did a great job standing up for the news. Clap, clap.
Well, let's go ahead and let's do. We covered everything but plugs, so let's plug some stuff, Mom. You got a plug you want to plug?
Let me
What kind
take a look. Next week, I have just kind of the regular stand up for news stuff. Dave and Buster's on Monday. We're going to have Knockin' Boots on Wednesday. And then, really, my next big thing after that is Stefano Capicato's big thing we just talked about, the comedy contest.
Did you send him his any tree emojis to get on?
Plug that info again one more
That's what we're
time.
gonna name it. Stefano's Capicato's big thing.
Scuba's big tuba. Hey, go ahead and tell us all the information for that again. Plug it one more time. We like to close out with one of those.
Yeah, anybody in the Newport Rich area, man, we do a comedy show every Wednesday at Ordinance 1. This month we are doing a stand-up comedy showdown at Richie Suncoast Theater, 7 o'clock Friday, May 31st. I'll also be at that same theater the week before for Corey Van Valen. I believe it's May 18th. He is a magician, and he's doing a adult comedy magic show, and I'll be doing a feature set on that.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Sweet,
wow.
sweet.
It's adult. That's where he makes his clothes disappear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What makes it adult?
Reach in the
Yeah.
hat. Oh, that's that.
We had a comic.
That's no hat.
We had a magician at Dave and Buster's. We had a magician a couple weeks ago. It's the first time I mixed that kind. I didn't have that kind of. We've had music at our mics before. We never had a magician.
You had a magician and I missed it. Oh,
It was a
man.
feature. Yeah, he's really awesome. His name was Vic Vega. Really cool guy.
Wow.
So, Manny, plug something that you want to plug. Go ahead. You got this podcast that's popping
I'll
off.
be taking off my plug.
Oh,
I know. That's about it. You know. Yeah, we have the podcast on YouTube called "You Can't Say That." I've been taking a little bit of a break.
you
Gotta
can't
get
with a
some
U,
things,
right?
Yeah, with the letter U. Actually, might be starting a new podcast soon, but I'll announce that when the plug is actually ready to be plugged. You know,
Yeah, that's exciting.
And then again with Dave and Buster's, it's been going great, man. We
I
had-
think that they're going to
mixed
want
mic.
us to start doing more stuff there, like
Yeah.
which I'm talking to Professor Jay Events about picking up a night.
I
We're
know,
also
I
picking
have
up
some,
a night for another thing.
I'm
So a
pretty.
music night and like a bingo night, comedy bingo. We're talking maybe
Also-
drag comedy bingo.
Oh, that'd
I'm
be
pretty
fun.
skilled with an Rubik's cube. I can bring one down.
Chris is really good. So then, what else? Oh, and Dave and Buster's. We're gonna have this Monday. Yo Mama's. It's over there
Yeah.
in Brandon. It's off Falkenberg on Estuary Lakes Drive, 10209, or is it 10902? No, it's 10209.
Yeah, just put in
Estuary Lakes.
Dave and
Yeah,
Buster's.
just go to Dave and Buster's and come over there.
there.
And we're gonna have the Your Mama comedy. It's gonna be mixed open mic still. If any performers want to come out and do any kind of other talents besides spoken word poetry, we don't like that. I'm just kidding,
I would say there's
poets.
so many poets out
Someone-
there who might
someone's
like
like-
to.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. You can come and do poetry if you want. That'd be great. We're just messing with you when we write that.
Oh, I forgot one more plug. Ed Shed is going to be at the Squeaky Wheel Fringe Festival in Sarasota. We're going to be performing the June 6th and I believe June, whatever the first Saturday, whatever the first Friday and Sunday are. I think it's June 5th and June 7th.
All right. Sweet. Christopher Wright, plug some stuff. You got a minute to about 20 seconds.
Oh man.
45 seconds.
All right. Well, Professor
up.
J Events, right? Well, gotta be fast about it. Let's get this. Let's get these plugs in.
Right into the song. You
I-
know.
Oh, I know exactly. We'll slide right into it, baby.
There you go.
But yeah, this Saturday, check us out at Java Kava, Professor J Events open mic. Java Kava, that's in Largo, 66th Street in Ulmerton. This Sunday, it is open mic night down at Steep Station. Tuesday is going to be karaoke night at Steep Station as well, if you want to just come out and sing. And then this upcoming Tuesday, we will be at all 5 elements for our jam night. It's going to be a fantastic time, our monthly jam night. So please come check that out. That's also in Largo. So I guess without further ado, guys, let's stand up for news.
Stand up for news. Stand up for news. Don't sit down. Stand up now. Stand up for news. Stand up for news. You can stand up too. Don't sit down. Stand up now. Stand up for news. Okay. Sorry, guys.
WTAN Clearwater,
FM 106.1,
WDCF Dade City,
FM 102.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Stormy exchanges at former President Trump's so-called hush money and election interference trial in New York. Former adult film star Stormy Daniels was cross-examined by the defense. CBS's Robert Costa says they tried to show how she has profited from publicity.
Trump's attorney Susan Neckles led an often tense cross-examination of Daniels, who prosecutors say accepted a $130,000 payment from Trump's former attorney Michael Cohen before the 2016 election, in exchange for keeping quiet about her story. Neckles focused on Daniels' high-profile appearances after news of her alleged sexual encounter with Trump, which he denies made headlines.
Also, the judge denied a second defense motion for a mistrial. After the shooting death of U.S. Airman Roger Fortson in Florida, his mother grieves. She says that they took her gift during a disturbance call response. The family's attorney, Benjamin Crump, says a deputy went to the wrong apartment. Fortson didn't know it was police breaking into his home, and he grabbed his gun to protect himself. Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden.
The deputy did announce himself, not once, but twice. Mr. Fortson's comments indicate that he did acknowledge it was law enforcement at the door, and he arrived at the door with a firearm in his hand.
Sheriff Aiden says the deputy has been placed on administrative leave. 3 people have died in last night's storms, including tornadoes in Tennessee and North Carolina. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has spent the day surveying the damage.
We're right here in Murray County, the hardest hit spot as far as the tornado damage goes. Significant flooding all across the state.
Tonight, 64 million people are under a severe weather threat from Texas to the nation's capital. Even as the U.S. has urged Israel not to strike in Rafah, Israeli forces are getting closer to that city. CBS's Rami Inocencio.
Our CBS News producer, Marwan Al-Ghul, who is in Rafah, has been talking to hospital workers in the past day. One of them was the chief of the only functioning hospital there. That's the Kuwaiti hospital, and he says he feels the booms from Israeli strikes are getting closer, and there's been shelling only about 600 feet away from the hospital.
A deadly avalanche in Utah following late spring snowstorms. CBS's Michael Toscano with the latest.
Utah County Sheriff Rosie Rivera said a search team was able to fly over the avalanche area and confirm that 2 other skiers were dead, but weather conditions prevented immediate recovery.
We can send everybody home, come back tomorrow, do it in a safe manner.
Names of the dead have not been released. Families have been notified.
On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 331 points. This is CBS News.
And now, a list of things from Progressive Insurance.